Superdrag.
I had started listening probably about 1991.
I was scrolling through the dial trying to find something in the realm of like the things that I like.
I had moved down to Fort Sanders, 91, 92, and I was actually working in a record shop on the Strip. It was Turtles Records.
I was in several bands in 91 and knew about the college radio station, WUTK.
Stumbled upon 90.3, which was really kind of move a little to the left or a little to the right is not so good.
You would listen at our house and you heard Sonic Youth for the first time.
I was listening to 90.3, Judy Bats, Don't Drop the Baby. It was the first time in my life, it was like, you can be from Knoxville and get on the radio.
That was about the same time that I started taping Tennessee tracks off the radio because I loved hearing all the local bands. Light bulb went off there.
You're plugged into a local community and then they're playing independent artists on top of that.
That was huge.
That was the goal.
That's the ultimate goal for me.
I want to hear it on the radio.
Every band in Knoxville, every band that was coming to Knoxville, it all went through 90.3.
Remember hearing the Dallas Cowboys,
The Judy Bats.
Smokin' Dave.
Every Summer I Melt Away.
1900s.
The 1900s, and later they turned into Peg Climber.
And they're from Knoxville.
Falling Up.
Barbed Wire Sheila.
We saw them play at Griffin's.
That's how we met our sound guy, Jamie.
Shout out to Power Trash.
Jesus Chrysler.
Barnyard Martyrs.
The Used, not the Used from 2000, but the Used from 1992.
All of that for me was 90.3.
I had been writing my own stuff a little bit and kind of had this imaginary band that I wanted to play in.
Yeah.
But Brandon was like, yeah, we have a show booked and our drummer left and we need somebody to fill in. It's on Halloween night. Would you do it? I was like, yes.
Don't you have anything better to be doing?
I met Don and Smithers. They had the benefit for the Mercury Theater. It was like out in a field. The putouts played. John Schaefer fell off the back of the stage and kept playing. So I met those guys and they asked me if I played bass. And I was like, yeah, I can play bass. I mean, I had a bass. So I started playing with Don and Smithers in Punch Wagon. Yeah. At one point there, Don was playing drums in both bands. He took my place in the Used, and he was also playing with us. If I remember correctly, I think he was asked to leave both bands.
I didn't even realize you played guitar, and I certainly didn't realize you pretty much played just like Jay Mascis.
We liked a lot of guitars through the mains, a lot of guitars.
So then it was me, and for a minute, it was just me and you.
Yeah.
And then one day, Brandon came downstairs and picked up the bass.
Yep.
And then it was the three of us. And then one day, Tom came downstairs and picked up a guitar. And for a minute, he and I were the two guitarists. And then when they switched places, that just... Superdrag opened for the Used at Underdog, September 23rd of 1993 was our first show.
And welcome to the stage on Mercury Theater, Superdrag.
It's all connected. You know, when we're going to every record store in Knoxville and we're flyering for the show. And we're gonna make sure it gets on New Rock 98 and Benny knows about it. There was only so many ways to promote a show. And the radio station, it was the best.
I remember Benny always being super psyched about what was happening.
There's a lot of great shows. Look at the posters before you leave.
Benny always said yes.
Superdrag!
Superdrag!
Knoxville's very own electro recording artist. Superdrag!
Superdrag! Superdrag!
We're Superdrag until the cops shut us down.
Next thing you know, we're playing second bell.
Welcome back to stage second bell, Superdrag!
The first time we talked about doing a show was on your back patios. I wasn't even necessarily thinking about playing a live show necessarily at that point. I was just thinking like it would be cool to not just talk about playing music, but actually be, you know, playing some music. The one meeting that we did have with Benny was at the baseball game.
Which is a really odd place to like decide something like this.
Benny just said, man, you know, my friend puts this festival on every year. It's super awesome. At that point, we pretty much just left it in Benny's hands.
People have asked us, why now? Well, the short answer is because of Benny Smith and WUTK.
best part of the whole thing, besides the New Rock part, was seeing all the people. Getting to see all of them again was just fantastic. If that's the last one, I could live with it.